Writing it down. I was distracted, but I wanted to listen.
Distracted by the nap or distracted by...
Yes and yes?
Yes and yes.
We're doing sinners first.
Okay, yep, writing it down.
Okay, just want to make sure.
How were your movie theater experiences for the movie?
This movie?
Yeah.
It was one guy sitting behind me. I was in the small theater. One guy sitting behind me, like, kind of like maybe 10 seats down. And then the row in front of me was completely filled, but not a... I mean, it was small. So I think that it's like 6 or 7 seats.
You saw it today?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
saw it this morning at 11.
Yeah.
And everyone was quiet. I was unsure at first because, like, it was just me by myself. I always get to the theater early.
Yeah.
And one guy walks in and he's just like, crowded theater, huh? And I was just like,
Oh boy.
like, yeah, like,
One of those guys. Okay.
yeah. So I thought he was gonna be talking more, but he didn't.
Okay, good.
And like this family was there, and they were in the row that was actually filled up.
Yeah.
The guy that said something to me was like basically split the family apart because he wanted the middle seat, and then they had to get the seats to the side of him.
Is he a big fat guy?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they just asked to like.
Right.
He wanted
probably
the middle
wouldn't have-
seat, yeah.
He probably wouldn't have given it up, but you
probably-
never know.
yeah,
you
you
don't
never
know
know.
unless you ask.
Right. I mean, unless the row selection is bad, he could have moved the row back or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
could have
true.
sat in the middle where I was.
Yeah.
Because I sit on the side because
Yeah.
I just want to be away from as many people as possible.
Right.
If the movie's too scary, you want to be able to walk away.
Just dip out.
So yeah, it was good for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
My theater experience was pretty good. We saw it yesterday, and it was pretty packed. Honestly, I don't
Mhm.
know how. Probably at least 80% full.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a really good turnout.
Yeah, and it's I think 4 weeks out now
Yeah,
from release.
Yeah, it's almost a month. If not, it's pretty close to a month out.
It's
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, man.
Yeah.
Two Michael B. Jordan.
In the trailers, I didn't remember seeing two. I just remember seeing Michael B. Jordan. And I just assumed it was
No, they
Another-
advertised. They advertised two.
really. I didn't pick that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw it I think 2 weeks ago now.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends ago now. Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
So yeah, and it was packed evening show.
Yeah.
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 At any point, did you like? Did you go by yourself?
Yep.
Yeah.
After work.
Same. At any point, did you feel like, man, I need to walk out?
No.
Same.
No.
Hmm.
I was thinking maybe one you would feel, I don't know, a little uneasy or something, maybe with the gore.
No. I mean, I'm better
I
with
don't-
gore than John.
I don't think it was that gory though.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I think it was just very tense.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Mostly tense.
Very tense. Yeah.
Other than that, I was okay. I thought the tension was gonna like build up to the point where I might have needed to step out for like a bathroom break.
Yeah.
I also just had to pee, so
Yeah.
but I never did.
Never got to that point.
Never got to that point. Never peed my pants.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I clean my pants all the time. Peeing as we speak.
Okay. Done?
Yep.
Thank goodness. So the reason why I had suggested is just because I heard this was a good movie. So I was just like, I'll do my best. And Albert did his best. And Jesse's okay with horror movies. So just to power through it to see if it was as good as it actually was.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to expect going into it.
Me neither.
I just know that I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Coogler as a director, I think we've liked I think everything we've seen from him.
What besides Black Panther? What else
Nope.
has he done? He did Nope.
Hmm?
I thought
Didn't
that
he do
was Jordan Peele.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
Peele.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Creed movies.
He
Creed
did the
movies.
Creed. Yeah.
Moonlight.
I think he did Moonlight.
He did Moonlight.
And I think we've seen one other thing from him.
I have Fruitvale Station. I believe he did Fruitvale Station. I don't know.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I don't even know what that is.
It's right there on the stack of movies.
But I don't think I've seen this
Michael
one though.
B. Jordan. What's the director?
Kugler. Wait.
Maybe it's not Coogler. I don't know. Maybe I just attributed him to every Michael B. Jordan film at this point.
Maybe you're not wrong.
They work a
Chronicle.
lot together, I feel.
He did directed Chronicle and
Yeah.
Fantastic Four in 2015.
This is Kugler. Yep.
Nice.
Written and directed.
Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
Not yet.
What were we saying?
I think you. Were
Oh yeah, I was just talking about how we like both the actor and the director.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
And then the other guy that plays Sammy, it was his debut film.
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting to see a debut film for someone.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when if he ever becomes famous, we can say we watched his first movie.
Yep.
Oh, Kugler also wrote Judas and the Black Messiah, and produced.
We watched that one.
Yep, I like
you
that one
guys
too.
did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember seeing that one.
What about you guys? Any thoughts before the movie?
I mean, I like it so much. I'm probably going to watch it in IMAX because I think it's out in IMAX for the rest of this week, this
Yeah.
weekend, and the rest of this week.
Yeah.
So your thoughts before the second time watching?
Yep.
Yeah. I just remember seeing that it might be suspense. It was to be suspenseful. I don't know if the first. I only watched the first trailer. I didn't do the second trailer because I didn't want to spoil anything. I didn't want to get anything over explained or
Mhm.
surprise to me. So, there might be some horror aspects to it from the trailer, but I also watched it one time quickly, and I was like, I want ready to see this. I don't need to see anything else.
That was my next question. Were you gonna watch it if we didn't do it for a podcast? But
I was been hearing good things about it too, so probably,
nice.
yeah.
Okay. Let me introduce it then.
Okay.
It's directed by Ryan Coogler. The tagline is "Dance with the Devil." A budget estimated at $90 million. Surprisingly lower than our other film. Box office worldwide of $304 million. Just
Yeah, that-
under, I believe.
That's pretty good for a horror movie.
For a horror original screenplay, not based on anything, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Just inspirations from
Yeah.
other movies.
Yeah.
It's not even the summer yet, so it's like late spring, and it's pretty
Release
good.
date of April 18th, 2025.
Yeah.
A runtime of 2 hours and 17 minutes.
So this is a long movie.
Yeah. It
But it
honestly
didn't feel long. It didn't feel long.
No. The tension was building up to the point where I did check my watch, though, because I was like, how much longer do we get? Rated R. It is a little bloody. Probably not as bloody as you would expect, but also
More than
more than
I was expecting. I don't know.
I was expecting it to be more.
Oh, you were expecting more? Okay.
Just because of the premise, and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I knew it was about vampires, so I was expecting
I did
something.
not expect that.
Yeah.
Was
I
that in
didn't
the first
know-
trailer?
I didn't know it was about vampires.
It was. I don't remember the first trailer as well as the second, so I don't remember if they showed the vampires.
Yeah.
So
But just from like me going into the movie,
Yeah.
I thought it would be bloodier than this,
Yeah.
and then like they set up pretty quickly,
Yeah.
and so I thought it was setting up to have like some gore fest in it.
Yeah.
But I think the worst that I saw was maybe like when some of the facial
Yeah,
distortions.
Deformations
Yeah,
being
but
shot.
even then it wasn't bad.
right,
Yeah.
like it doesn't happen on screen, and it show like they only show the wound after it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do show some like blood squirts here and there, but
Yeah.
even
It's
those
not
weren't
terrible.
that bad.
Yeah. It's not like a gallon of blood per like
Yeah.
incident. It's just like a realistic. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen someone
Seemingly realistic.
Seemingly,
Yeah, it's
seems
pretty
like it would
close.
be. Yeah.
It's still in theaters, so if you get a chance to watch it in theaters,
I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch
Yeah.
it in IMAX.
If you have a week
Mm.
when this gets released, you have 3 days.
Yeah, Okay, let's go ahead and get into our Sell That Sip. It's a 6-word summary of the movie.
Yeah. All right. Music and love with amazing setup.
Music and lever.
Yeah, I like the beginning more than the end.
Or thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the world building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tension on edge. Does it pay off? Question
Always
Yep.
question marks with this guy.
mark. I feel like it's definitely been a while since I've had a question mark.
In the last dozen, you've used it at least twice.
I feel like he's. I don't know. I feel like he's like 50-50
If this
chance.
is the second time, then yes.
Okay.
Twice in the last dozen.
Okay. All right. See, the counts.
I guess so.
Wait, read yours again.
Tension on edge. Does it pay off?
Maybe the way you say it sounds like should be a question mark.
No, there should be a question
mean,
mark.
No,
in the
I
back.
mean like in other solid sips, the way like you fluctuate your voice.
Oh.
Maybe I hear question marks
Because
in
he's
my
not
head.
sure about it
Yeah, maybe.
as he's
yeah,
sharing
as
it
I'm
with
reading it, I
us.
was like, do I like the Sell That Sip?
Are they gonna like it?
My solid sip is freedom and dreams require blood sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not really a blood sacrifice, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were cutting yourself a word short, but
Yeah.
you're not.
No,
Nice.
thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and rate this out of 10. 10 Irish dancing vampires.
Yep.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. You spoiled. There's Irish dancing vampires.
I give it a 9. I
Same.
think it's because I don't like the end as much as the rest of the movie.
True.
Same.
I
I will
agree.
give it a 9.
Same.
Dang.
999.
999.
Just don't flip it upside down.
Unless
Nope,
you
we're-
want to.
nope, nope, don't do it. I agree. I didn't like the ending.
No. How many vampire movies have you guys seen? This is a really good ending for a vampire movie.
Wait. Just what part of like? Okay, actually,
It's-
hold it.
Okay, yep.
Hold it. Do we have a sip or a taste or something for this?
We got Buffalo Cheetos.
Ooh.
Because they're from Buffalo.
And because they're not red, never mind.
They're also not from Buffalo.
No.
I
They're
mean,
from,
Cheetoville.
What if their factory could be in Buffalo? Who knows?
Where is this?
I was talking about the guys from the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Cheetos.
No.
Texas.
Oh, okay.
They're
Texas.
from Texas, maybe?
Can you just open the bag? Deep in the heart of Texas.
Do you like buffalo flavored anything like
It
other stuff besides
depends.
chicken?
It depends on the buffalo.
Okay. Why?
Some buffaloes aren't created equal. I don't know.
I like acidic sauces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some buffalo, depending on like the place, some buffalo sauces are just not good.
I like it.
I don't know.
It's pretty acidic, not very spicy.
I don't
I
know.
want to like it.
Want another one? Try it.
I want to like it, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's something I'd eat every once in a while.
The Cheez-It buffalo flavored snacks are better. Want some more?
I'll eat more, yeah.
Do you want some more or are you good?
No,
I'm
good.
going to keep it right here. You're going to hear crunching throughout the episode today?
Okay.
I would give
Sponsored
it,
by Cheetos. We're
what,
not
like a
sponsored.
3? I'm gonna
Uh,
give mine about a 3.
I feel like if I don't give it a 3, it does disservice to what I said.
Yeah.
Because they're not like the worst thing we've ever had, but they're also not the greatest thing. So maybe just a 3.
4.
4. I feel like maybe if I eat them more, I'll get used to the taste and I might like them a little better.
I feel like if I eat them more, I'll just get sick of them
You think you'll get sick of them?
pretty quickly.
Are you a chip guy? Do you eat a lot of chips?
I used to.
Okay. What type of chips? What are your favorites?
Spicy nacho Doritos.
Oh yeah. I think we've been over this.
I think so too.
Yeah.
In a previous episode.
pretty recent.
Yeah. I think we actually tried Doritos sometime in the last.
like the last 2 or 3.
Yep.
weeks.
Where were we at?
We just tried the chips.
Did you ever say your favorite chip?
What's going on?
You got a crumb.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially spicy stuff in your throat.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Potato chips, but
Like Lay's?
I like thicker cut potato chips,
What is it, Ruffles?
like Ruffles, kettle chips.
Are you just a plain salty guy, or are you
I like my flavors.
buffalo? Or not buffalo. What is it, barbecue?
I like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
I
love-
I don't know. Recently, barbecue Lays have been pretty good.
I despise barbecue chips.
I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you start liking barbecue chips?
Just barbecue Lays. That's it.
That's it.
Just
All right.
recently.
Just recently.
I got
yeah.
really desperate at work one day and I needed something to eat and I just had some barbecue Lays there and I was just like,
This is
these are not good or bad.
satisfactory. It's not good, but I like them.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and get to the characters. Michael B. Jordan plays Smoke and Stack, the Smokestack twins.
Yep.
Miles Catton.
Catton.
Plays Sammy Moore. No, it's definitely Catton.
Oh, okay.
Advertise me, Captain.
Tanaj L. Jackson plays Beatrice. She was the
main lady.
Huh?
The main lady, right?
Yeah, the main.
Yeah.
What do you mean the main lady?
The one with the kid. At the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Delroy Lindo plays Delta Slim. He's the harmonica player who also plays the piano.
Oh, he was hilarious.
The old guy, yeah.
I
Mhm.
loved that guy.
Omar Benson Miller plays Cornbread, who was the
Doorman.
bodyguard.
Yeah.
Bouncer.
Haley Steinfeld plays Mary. It's always the white woman. Jack O'Connell plays Remick, who was the main.
Irish
Main
dancing
baddie, yeah.
vampire.
Now we're gonna go into spoiler territory. First time we've said this in a long time. No use crying over spoiled milk at this point.
Yeah, this is actually a movie you don't want spoiled for you. So.
Yeah, definitely watch the movie first.
Yeah.
Who did it better, Morbius or Remick?
The dance. I thought you said last time it was a dance scene. You were walking out. You broke your promise. You broke your promise, dude.
That's crazy. I did say
You
that.
did say that, right?
It's crazy it happened.
Yeah.
Another vampire dancing scene.
He looks into camera.
I don't know. Honestly, they're both great. And the only thing good about Morbius was a dance scene. So
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about Morbius. Exactly. That's it.
And then basically the purple cobras.
Yeah.
Who did it better, Morbius or Dwight Gooden?
Dwight Goodman for sure. I'm just gonna give the dance scene to this movie because Morbius deserves to be forgotten forever. So
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah, this movie.
This movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the movie. Good, bad, everything in between. Starting off like how it started off
Mm-hmm.
really
Backwards.
put me on like edge.
Yeah.
Like he gets out of the car. I wasn't even really paying attention to how bloody his attire was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because I thought it was just the beginning. Oh man.
Do we pause?
Yeah, give it a pause.
Okay.
You're gonna have
A
whoever.
lot of editing.
Yeah, whoever edits is gonna have a lot of editing.
Yeah.
I don't know
Whenever
why they always just choose random days to come.
Whenever I edit the podcast, I play Majora's Mask, and so that's why I get so far now.
But yeah, like him just walking up. I wasn't even paying attention to the clothes he was wearing.
Yeah.
How bloody they were. I didn't even realize his face was scarred.
Yeah.
And then he walks in and everyone's like shocked, and that's when you like first get a good look at how messed up he is.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then like they kept doing those like jump scares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without
I-
noises, I hate those.
That
Yeah.
literally put me on edge. That
Yeah.
is probably the first time in a while a jump scare has.
Yeah, it got me pretty good.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Was
yeah.
there 3 or
There's like
4 or something?
probably
like-
3.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh goodness,
What is this?
Like,
What
what's
am I
going
looking
on?"
at?
And the
Yeah.
house of God.
Yeah. Yeah, when he first stepped out of the car, he has a limp and you can see he's injured, but I didn't know what he had in his hand. I thought he had some type of weapon in his hand.
Right.
And he was going into the church. I thought he was going to be causing a ruckus, hurting people, and it's just his guitar. What do you call that?
The neck.
The neck of the
Yeah.
guitar. And I don't remember if I remember seeing the guitar that time or the second time you see it. I can't remember if they zoom in or if they emphasize.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, like what happened like to get to this point?
All right.
Yeah. And then what does his father say to him? He says a lot to him actually, but basically what?
Put down the guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, put down the guitar. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you get that, and then we get a flashback or a jump.
Back to the.
Yeah, you get a
back-
card that says like the day before.
Yeah, one day. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just
He's just picking cotton.
picking cotton, and then he gets home, and then he's
Yeah.
getting ready to go to this thing with his cousins, and my wife's like, "Is that Michael B. Jordan?" I'm like, "Two Michael B. Jordans."
Yes. And yes.
She goes, "Is it? Is it? He doesn't look like." I was like, "Yeah, those are both Michael B. Jordan." I was like, "I'm pretty sure."
They just
That's-
have mustaches.
Yeah, they just have mustaches.
This guy's a tiny mustache.
With a red hat and a blue hat.
Yeah. It's literally, we know a red and a blue twin.
Yep.
He does such a good job in this movie of playing like two
Yeah.
different personalities.
Yeah.
Like
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's fun seeing like more twins. So it's interesting to see the differences between them.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect two Michael B. Jordans. For whatever reason, I blended the two characters together in the trailer, or
Yeah,
I forgot
same.
about them. So it was a good surprise to see one actor playing multiple people.
And seeing like himself interact with himself.
Yeah, literally, they share cigarettes with
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
is so cool.
Yeah. Some good camera work or CGI or like whatever combination of stuff they did.
Yeah,
Whether it's like
body doubles and then
right.
face deep fake or whatever technology they use now, but
Mhm.
so good. And then every time Michael B. Jordan opens his mouth, I'm like, this guy is so darn cool. I don't care if he's not the greatest guy. Like, he's so smooth. He's talking to everyone and he's getting what he wants. He talks to the girls that's sitting in front of the store like, come here, like, I'll pay you 10
cents a minute.
every minute. And then he's like, wait, that's too low for you. So you're gonna bargain high, and then I'm gonna, and then
And then we
he's-
meet in the middle.
he's teaching everyone like
Right.
how to like not fend for themselves, but to get more
Yeah.
what they're worth.
To get what they deserve.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like so cool just to see his character, just every interaction.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, before that, when they buy the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he say to the guy?
That basically he doesn't want to see him show up on the
Yeah,
property
basically
again.
doesn't want to see. Yeah.
Like if they cross the line.
Yeah, then he's gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill them all. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, because he's like, what did he say about the Klan? Like, Michael B. Jordan says something, and he's, oh, the Klan doesn't exist anymore. Like, all right, okay, well, don't
all right, mister.
well, don't come back.
Yeah.
and we'll have a problem. So, just the tension, even like it's not even supernatural. It's not even like anything scary yet. It's just people tension between each other
Mm-hmm.
when he shows his gun and the other guy shows his gun, but then they walk around him like
Yeah.
as if they're gonna
Jump him.
they're gonna jump him, and they're like they throw the money at him like this is here you go, like we'll take it. I was
Yeah.
like ah.
like Smoke is the one that has a gun, right?
Yeah.
And then Stack has those knives
The
too,
kni- oh,
and
it's
he's
so
just
cool.
holding on to the knives.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize he had the purse in his hand at that point. Like,
yeah,
I was just more focused on the hand
You're
that had the
focused
knife,
on-
and then
yeah.
he just hands of the.
yeah.
He's such a cool actor.
It's so cool, but it's just like, why would you they're risk takers, obviously, but
right.
there's a chance there was so easily that could have went sour in some way, and then your whole dream of opening this place up here is been either sidetracked, postponed, or canceled altogether. Like, oh man! But it's the point of the movie is
To
they're
build
always
that tension.
yeah, they're always gambling in some type of way. So it's just good to see that they kind of get their dream, even though it's only for one day.
Right.
And then at the end they ask, "Was it worth it?" That the morning of. Oh man, it's so many emotions in this movie. You get happy emotions for certain people and their endings, and their ties together, and then you get like sad between brother, like when the brothers turned, and he has to fight his own brother, and it's like good moments.
Saw it coming though, like
that's pretty easy to see coming, but it's still good. Like there's ways to mess it up, and Coogler did a really good job with what he was given or what he gave us. So, oh man, I don't know.
I just love how tense it made me feel, leading up to when they're actually in the, what do they call it, the
isn't it the juke box or
the juke? Yeah,
juke
something
box?
like that.
Yeah.
Why when I'm talking? Like all the build up, you get all the characters just laid out for you. And then it cuts to the vampire guy. He's like has all these burns on him.
Oh yeah.
And the people just like welcome him into his home, and just little things like that you don't really realize until like later on in the movie that they have to welcome him into his home.
Yeah.
And when they show up at the juke, yeah, like you're just like waiting for all hell to break loose.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting out there singing songs. I think that's what I enjoyed the most, is just how happy and carefree they were, like just singing music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions.
They're just literally the bad guys.
Yeah.
Literally the bad guys.
So do you know? I'm assuming you know pretty much everything.
What? Okay. Don't put me that high.
You know, like a lot of trivia from everywhere, but like a little bit of vampire lore. Like you have to invite them in. They can't cross rivers. Stake to the heart, garlic, all that type of like the basic
holy water.
Yeah, holy water stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I remember hearing like a long time ago, like certain vampires have to be invited in. So when you get that scene where he's burned, and it the way that I saw it, I thought it's a weird situation. Like, why is he burning the way he is? And
you mean
like,
at the very end?
No, at the very the first time you
Beginning.
see this.
Oh, in the when you first see him.
Like it's weird the way he's burning, because his hair's not burnt, but you would expect his hair to be burned because his whole body is burning.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a weird like detail right there. And then he goes to the family, and then
he's in the shade.
So he's
yep.
He's still smoking, but he's not actively burning.
Yep.
Right? And then they let him in, and then you think that these people chasing him are the bad guys.
Right.
But there's a weird tone to them that they're not there to harm them. They're there to help them with this problem.
Yep.
And then they speak in their tongue, basically saying like something about God protect you or something, like blessing them, hopefully to wish them luck, or
I think they're like Choctaw Indians.
Yeah,
I think that's what I read in the
okay.
Native Americans.
But basically, the guy goes with the vampire, and the girl stays with the
front door.
The front door, right?
Yeah.
And by the time you get to the dark, it's unnaturally dark house, but it's
the back
1930s. Yeah, so I was assuming candles are
the main source. Electricity is expensive.
Right? Super expensive, right? And so it's just candle lit and very dim rooms. And when they open the door, I don't know why, I jumped so hard, and he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I jumped so hard. And and I was like, we're getting a vampire movie. I was so excited. So excited, man.
And then he's just like, oh, don't mind him. He's just resting a little.
taking a
Yeah,
nap.
he's resting. I was like,
yeah.
he killed him. And I was like, wait, he's coming back. Like, so excited to
Yeah,
get.
like you see the blood all over his face and
Yeah.
his shirt.
Oh man! And then and so it's a good movie before any of the supernatural stuff. And for me, as soon as we get supernatural vampires and all this, I'm like, bring it on! I'm so ready for this final showdown we are gonna have to, because
Yeah.
a lot of vampire movies, horror movies, just drop the ball like completely, and this one doesn't do that. They have good characters. They have good interactions with each other.
Mhm.
Good tension. Is not everyone. There's some dumb actions in here, but under stress and under deaths,
No,
you're
that
gonna.
lady was just dumb.
Oh, that lady is also dumb, but just like keeping your twin brother in the house when there's a person who knows of these things or heard of these things,
Right.
to bring him outside of the barn, like he's your brother, like it's gonna be hard to let go of him,
Right.
but that's not the dumb part. But there's just like certain things where in other movies it would be just everyone's an idiot,
Yep.
and everyone here is a person and they're acting like how people would act, right?
With the exception of like the
Haley
final
Steinfeld.
showdown.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't even think she was dumb. I think
No.
she was
Trying-
she was trying to
Help
help
the
them
business.
Yeah, help the business. The only person I thought was dumb was the Cho family. What was her name? The mom. Just the mom. Where she just like, well, just come on in.
Yeah.
Like,
It-
just to get to the final showdown. Like, that's kind of where when I say that I didn't enjoy the ending.
Yep. same.
That's what I don't like about it.
yeah.
Like, that's how you solve the tension and just get to this final act. Kind of upset me. I was really intrigued by how the vampires were going to get in.
Yeah.
Just for it to lead to that moment, I was just like,
They can't get in unless you invite them. So
Yeah.
so there's no way, because everyone realizes.
I
after
seriously thought like she was just gonna convince him to like they turned your brother, let's go kill them.
Right.
So I thought they were gonna do that, but
Or go outside to save her husband and her daughter.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and the way she's thinking is, we have to kill them all right now because
Yep.
there's a town not that far away. My daughter's there, and she's willing to sacrifice herself and everyone in there to save her daughter.
Yep.
Which, not rational, but that's how I guess people get as parents. Like, you're
It's-
willing to sacrifice a lot
Yeah.
for your kids. And Nicole didn't catch that because it gets kind of loud, and I don't know if it's kind of hard to hear. I heard it and I was like, oh no, but I'm so excited. Like, let's start, let's go. So for me, that's not where that wasn't disappointing for me right there, because maybe I was just so excited just to see everything happening that I just forgot about pacing continuing, and so I was just excited, man. And everything leading up to that was good, and there's a lot worse vampire movies.
I mean, yeah, we all gave it a 9 still.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're
Yeah.
saying it's horrible. It's just
there
was just so much tension building up to that moment that moment specifically was just kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Have you two seen
No.
Dusk Before Dawn?
No.
No, Clint,
No.
Robert Rodriguez.
I put it on my
directs
watch
it.
list after watching this movie though,
It's
because this is
so good.
supposed to be inspired. By
yeah. This is like a direct, that's like the main inspiration for this movie.
Mm.
And I have it on Vudu, so we can watch it whenever you guys are ready. But oh man, the practical effects in that movie scare the hell out of me as a kid.
Okay.
And even when I watched it like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, still gets me a little
All
bit.
right. That's good to know.
and Selma Hayek is in that movie. So,
Okay.
I saw that.
Yeah. There's a scene in there, Notorious.
Quentin
Oh.
Tarantino's
Quentin
in that movie.
Tarantino, yeah, the scene between her and Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay.
Smart man. Smart man. If you have a foot fetish.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty sure he does.
He definitely does. Wiggle your big toe, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Favorite moment in the movie for me is when Sammy plays the guitar in the juke for the first time,
Yeah.
like the oneer that they have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's going through time.
It's
and
yeah.
Yeah.
that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Future, the past, the music, genres mixing together.
It's just always jarring to me when I hear like older style music mixed with newer style music, and it's just like my brain's trying to comprehend what's going on,
Yeah.
and it's kind of weird for me. But
Did you find it like it was in a tasteful way, or do you feel it was too jarring?
I
I wish there was more to it than just that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted more.
yeah, like
Like-
there's a way to do it, but I don't know. It's just and they did an Elvis one time too. I think Doja Cat does like a remix of a song.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I did not like that. And here it fit better because the lore
Right.
and connecting time and future and past and everything.
I just
But-
wish there was more of that connecting of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They kind of, they introduce it in the beginning, and then they really only show it once here.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna happen in the sequel, Sinner's Ocarina of Time. So
For me, my favorite scene is when Cornfield or
Cornbread.
Cornfield
Cornfield.
when Cornbread comes back
Corn pop.
after Corn Pops. When Cornbread comes back after being turned,
Yeah. Oh.
and they're just like he's trying to get them to welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, all right, let me in, guys. And he's like, he almost lets him in. Like, oh yeah, that's a good tension.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And then he
Delta.
just-
Yeah.
And then he's just like, well, give me my money, like.
Yeah.
And then he's just like really
like,
like, do I do this? And then he just grabs him, and I was like, oh,
But he's smart. Like he had his gun ready. So
Yeah.
but still, like, it's crazy. That's a really good
Yeah.
scene.
Just enough slow mo for us to see him try to bite his arm.
Yeah. I wonder if you cut off your arm fast enough. Well, I don't think they have any saws probably there.
It's not a zombie.
Huh?
They said it's not a zombie.
I mean, I don't know the mechanisms of
Yeah, we don't-
vampirism, but
I mean, it depends on per movie, I'm sure.
yeah, maybe is sometime you can do it if you isolate the infected part that you can
Yeah.
survive, but they don't explore that in this movie, which is fine. That's totally fine.
Right.
There's other movies for that. The
first interaction between
I'm gonna get it mixed up.
Stack is the red hat, Smoke is the blue hat.
So
Mhm.
who's the one that has the baby with the?
That's
the lady-
Smoke.
That's Smoke. Okay,
Yeah.
Smoke has the baby. Okay.
Stack is the one that is in love with Haley Steinfeld's character.
Yeah.
The first, like when they go to get the harmonica player, Slim,
Yeah.
their interaction was pretty funny too. Like where Sammy starts trying to play the guitar, and then Slim's like, "If you play that guitar, I'm gonna do this to you." And then Stack's just like, "If you touch him,"
Yeah. 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 What's his name? The harmonica player. Can't
Delta
remember.
Slim.
Delta Slim. He's had some great one-liners and good comedic timing in this movie. When he's eating the garlic, and he's like, "Oh," and they realize they threw the guy out, and he's just drunk.
He
the
was just
blackout drunk.
Oh.
Oh, I felt so bad for that guy, and then he gets eaten. And then what happens? And he goes like, "I just shit myself" or something like that. I was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah. When I think it was when Cornbread grabbed him, right?
maybe." I think that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. When you have a good horror movie, that has legitimate scariness, not just jump scares, but tension and then comedy. Those are my favorite horror movies. Insidious has a good blend for horror.
Really?
Yeah, really
Okay.
good blend. Those are my probably, besides this movie, the Insidious franchise is probably my favorite horror. And then The Conjuring, but I also sometimes I just like scaring myself just for the fun of it. Kind of like a roller coaster ride, right? The adrenaline. I'd say probably Insidious. Maybe you guys would be okay handling, but maybe Conjuring is probably pushing it too far. Maybe. I would say that.
John, do you think Jesse would like Nope then? Because it kind of has that, right?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know why he hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
He likes the other two movies,
which ones?
Us and Get Out.
For the most part, yeah, I like
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I like them.
I think Nope's better than Us.
Yeah, I think Us was
The worst one.
out of the two we've seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
which it wasn't bad, but still. Yeah, I'll have to watch it. Huh?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. What else? There's I don't know what else to say. There's like everything is. I can't think of why I'm not giving it a 10. I know you guys have a reason why,
Yeah.
but
Something
maybe
else
we'll-
about the ending, were you saying?
Something about the end. No. Because most vampire movies, some convoluted way happens and the heroes win I don't know.
This
was a
one, it
good.
was just a flat out brawl at the end. and
Yeah,
They just barely made it out.
barely.
And then Smoke goes for one last stand.
Yeah. Which that was.
I love how they
intense.
connected all that together.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they say they forgot the trunk, and then he goes to go get the that chest, that trunk again. I'm like, oh no, he lost his reason to live, so now he's there just to pay back. And I was like, the scene at the end where she was, what did she say to him? Don't
Put that cigarette out.
put that cigarette out. Yeah, you need smoke on him. Did you say smoke? That's weird. It's like, is there
I think she just said she calls him by his actual name a lot.
Like Eugene, I think.
Yeah.
yes. There's a
And she just told him to put that cigarette out if he wanted to hold her, like
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
baby. So he did. And then he's about to and the KKK member is just like, I have money, and then he just unloads and
I like how he says he's not going to give him a cigarette, and he gives him one anyways.
Yeah.
well, because at that point, like, he's just trying to live.
Yeah,
So at first he's just like saying no, but then once he reloads and
yeah.
has the gun pointed at him,
I
he's just like,
guess,
okay, on second thought,
I'll take a chance of living if I can, but yeah. The Rock at her place, the tiny hand.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know whose kid it was or what was. I'm assuming it was his kid, but you get the scene at the end that ties that together, and you're like, oh man. I wish we had. I don't know. Everyone's dead minus the one character, Sammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the vampires, some of them survive. But if there was a way to continue the story, if they came back for a sequel, I'd be interested. But there's more story to tell, right? 2 vampires survive at least. But every vampire can infect other people, right? It's not just the main.
right?
It's not the main one. Okay.
Because she infected,
Yeah.
Mary infected Stack.
Yeah, it's true. Some
Depends on the lore.
movies, right? Like the main vampire can infect
Right.
only, and
Right.
then everyone can infect. And so,
In some movies, if the main vampire dies, they all die.
yeah. And I was trying to figure out like the eye color differences. There was red and there was bluish white, and I thought I had seen more reds, but there was only the one red, right? From
No,
what
I feel like there's more.
there was more reds.
I think they're all red. If
Really?
I don't think Stacks were.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
I think everyone was blue except for the main guy. I thought,
No. Yeah.
Really?
I remember in the dark you could see multiple red eyes.
but I was thinking maybe that was him moving.
No, it was like all of his spawn so
Really?
far. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was. I don't know what this distinguishing factor is between them, but
To me, like after watching everything, some of the interactions just make me think that like they're like even though they're like hive mind in a way,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're like some of them have kind of like ulterior motives. Like Stack's character definitely seemed that way, and then obviously he's the one that ended up surviving
Yeah.
because he wasn't like part of their mission. Like he
Yeah.
was okay with just letting go and.
well, I
So-
mean, didn't he also? His brother.
He promised
him
his
to
brother.
promise, so-
yeah.
Yeah.
But like just because you promise something doesn't mean you have to
Right.
follow through with it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they retained some of their human traits.
Yeah, their
Not-
personality,
Yeah.
some of their like what they wanted to do.
Yeah. So I'm saying like, you could build a sequel off of this
Right.
between anywhere between what the 30s, 36 and 96, whatever it was.
Maybe, but I don't think like
It's not necessary.
I don't think it's necessary. But I also don't think like Stack's character would just openly go on another like killing spree or something
Yeah.
like that.
I feel like if anything were to happen, it was just for a sequel. That it would just be other characters,
Yeah,
another story.
another story.
Yeah.
Which I'm up for. I'm
Yeah.
up for that too.
Yeah, because he seemed pretty content with just kind of hiding in the shadows and like just living with Mary for the rest of his life.
Mhm.
Well,
Forever.
yeah.
do
forever.
they have to? I don't think we get this answer, but do they have to eat to survive?
We don't know.
Possibly, but
I don't
So
know.
there's, if you, let's just say you have to eat every so often, you're still infecting people to drink their blood. So there's something happening in the background that's doesn't really matter, but you can have fuel for a sequel.
Yeah.
If you want,
maybe they're just buying like blood donations.
yeah.
Maybe.
They went to Morbius and got his fake blood.
Yeah. I don't know. He definitely just seemed content with like where they were at.
Yeah, leaving
Yeah.
Sammy alone.
Yeah. At that point, they don't seem too evil either. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool to see Michael B. Jordan in 30s attire, 1930s, and then 1990s attire, like in the same movie.
such a cool guy.
Yeah, it's cool.
He's literally such a cool. What was I gonna say? It must have slipped my mind, but
Well, I mean, for me, it's always fun seeing Asian characters speak in an accent that's not
Oh, Southern,
Yeah.
Southern accent was so
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
something you don't expect. So
Yeah, I
I
didn't
always like
ask.
seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
man, I really love the interactions in this movie.
Right. My favorite part of the movie is just the setup, getting all the characters together.
Yeah.
When Smoke shoots those two guys,
Right.
it was
Yeah.
so.
I didn't know it
funny.
was your
Funny,
truck.
yeah.
I'm sorry. And then shoots the other guy in the knee.
Yeah.
It's like I can't have people saying they
Almost
stole from the Smokestack twins without
Mhm.
coming out with a limp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
You get you just get the feeling that like they're bad people, but
Right.
They're good in their own way, but
Yeah.
bad.
yeah,
They have a reputation.
Yeah.
they hold their reputation,
Right.
but they do stuff for the people.
Yeah. They care for people as long as you're their family or
Yeah.
friends, right?
And you're not
Yeah.
crossing them.
And you don't cross them. Yeah.
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 I don't understand what their plan was. If like there was no way they were gonna make money in that community, so
They probably would have changed operations the next night if they were able to.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a plantation, so
Right.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out somehow.
plantation by day, club by night, maybe.
Maybe.
They were going under regardless.
Right.
That's
If they
what
were gonna.
started it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they stole the alcohol that they have, they were gonna get caught up with anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a surprisingly. This exceeded all my expectations.
Same.
I can't remember what my highest rated movie was this year, But this is in my top 3 for sure, if not it's my favorite movie this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's weird to hear you guys say that about a horror movie because it's
I
not
really
common.
liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
I think I've said this about like it as well. I think what gets me with this type of movie is that they don't rely on the gore to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, like most of the like killings happen off screen. It's just everything that leads up to it that like I was just thinking about when Mary gets converted and how they're just singing a happy tune and she just thinks they're friendly. He gives her the coins and that's when it kind of like puts an alarm in her head that like these aren't normal people.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they have gold coins. I was like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
And then she points the gun at them and they're just like, hey, like,
Well, this is where I think she's not smart. Is
she turned her back on him.
She should have definitely, even doesn't matter if you have what type of gun you have, they're not going down. But at least keep your back facing back. Keep looking at them.
Yes, face
Yeah.
them.
Face them
Yes.
with the weapon in hand
Yeah.
because it's
You never
something
know.
weird happening, right?
Yeah.
And
A banjo could be a weapon,
Badger can be a weapon.
even if she doesn't think they're vampires yet. So
Yeah, like still, there's 3 of them.
yeah.
She says she can fight. I think any one of us could beat her up.
I mean, we don't
but
know. We don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I'd be willing.
We
to
don't know
bet.
what moves she has.
I will fight Henley Steinfeld. you name the money. I'll bet it.
I think like I just think back to like, man, because after we find out that like you have to welcome them into before they can enter the area, like just as soon as she comes up to Cornbread, like the first thing you gonna let me in, and that type of interaction at first you just think like nothing of it. You just
Yeah.
like oh she just wanted to be polite, even though we know she's converted.
Yeah.
But like, man,
Yeah. Because after that scene, he jumps in the air, and you're like, "There's no way that he just jumps just for fun." Like, he got her. Like, she's infected,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, "Oh man." She came in, she walked out a human, and no one suspects vampires, so no one's gonna just be like, "Oh no, like you can't come in."
Right.
So
he just asked, "What are you doing outside?" And then like, just come on in.
yeah.
Mhm.
The scene where he's peeing, and then that's where you see all the red eyes, and they're like, "Oh
Yep.
man!" And then everyone's just going outside, and the best part is
They
you
sent
know,
the whole community outside.
yeah, but you know that how dire the situation is, but they don't know, and that's
Right.
where the tension is at because everyone's just kind of like, "Oh, let's go warm up the cars and let's get out of here," and no one's gonna escape this alive because they're not prepared. So wait, the head vampire wanted Sammy. Could he infect Sammy or could he not?
He tried to.
He tries to.
He could,
He can.
He wanted to.
He
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah.
but he just didn't. Like, he didn't get the chance to.
Yeah.
He was playing with them too much.
He's playing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the whatever charm or whatever it was around smoke. What? Yeah, it was smoke, right?
Yep.
That protects them for I don't know what's in there, but it protects him. Did he give that to Sammy or no?
No,
He didn't.
had it. He had it till the very end, and then he takes it off right before he kills the KKK members. He takes it off. He opens his old army stuff, and then
Yeah. So wait, was that just like a good luck charm essentially,
no,
or she made it for vampires?
she made it to protect him from evil.
Just generally.
Before the
Yeah.
event.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. To like before he goes off to World War One.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go see this in movie theater again. I definitely would. Except movies are so expensive that I won't.
know.
No.
Yeah.
But I was
Especially
like,
IMAX.
yeah, man. I paid for 2 tickets, and I was like, I don't remember it being like $30+ for 2 tickets. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was $12.99 just for early morning.
Early matinee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was like 10, sub 10.
Not
Like,
anymore.
Not even a little while
No.
ago. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Shows how often we go to theaters nowadays.
Yeah. There's a couple movies I want to see, though. Did you see the Long Walk trailer beforehand?
I think so.
You seen that one? There was a movie called Together that looked interesting. It was
Mhm.
horror. And then the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was some like one battle after another or something like that. Yeah, and it had Benicio del Toro in there.
I don't remember. I need to look that one up.
And then one of the other trailers had Javier Bardem, and I get them kind of mixed up sometimes. But it's like, oh man, there's some interesting looking movies. Together looks really interesting because I like horror and I like weird horror.
Wait, no, what was? I need to look these up now. I don't remember.
No?
But I do know 28 Years Later is also coming.
Yes.
Got announced as well.
Yeah. But yeah, there was some interesting movies, and I can't remember all of them. But Together is definitely
Oh, yeah. We'll see. The first 3 words, John, are supernatural body horror. So I don't know about that
John's
one.
favorite.
And the poster are 2 eyes almost touching each other.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that movie's called One Battle After Another.
One
I
Battle
remember seeing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember his.
And that's DiCaprio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the DiCaprio one.
DiCaprio. Yeah.
I remember his hairstyle in that one.
Yeah. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd go see this movie again. But I will definitely be buying this physically because hopefully there's an audio commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might actually buy this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good movie to watch in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need to get curtains.
I have curtains from the room that were for the baby,
Yeah.
but you can have them. They're blackout curtains.
You want to switch?
Maybe honestly, maybe because we want some light. We can just switch. I was just gonna buy some, but we can switch.
Yeah, why we might as well just switch then.
These might be too long, but
You can trim them.
that's what I told Nicole. But she wanted certain length. But we'll talk later.
Just roll it up
we'll
and then
talk
clip
later.
You can trim it to the certain length.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else about this movie?
Just good music. Written, composed by a composer that you don't expect to write music like this. Yeah, like he looks, I don't know, Northern European, so it's just you don't expect it.
Really chilling, like everything about. Even the scenes where they're singing and dancing around is really chilling.
Yeah.
It's I think what I sorry, just going back into the movie. Like,
No, okay.
what I was enjoyed about it was like the vampires were singing these happy like go lucky songs, and then the humans were singing like these really like the blues. Like
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, their situation.
yeah, that's
It's a
why,
different. Yeah. I think there's not hidden messages, but deeper meanings in this movie
Yeah.
about. So there's actual, like, slavery, right?
Yeah.
And then the freedom of
Sharecropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the freedom of becoming a vampire, right?
Right.
Living forever, living for yourself,
Yeah.
and
creating a world of equality.
yeah, creating a world of equality. So there's
But
that
also funny because
analogy.
they're also Irish, which have a history of suppression as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there's also I looked up a video. I was just watching a couple videos yesterday
Mm-hmm.
that it's also an analogy of the vampirism of the music industry and how
Yep.
musical artists get taken advantage of and are not given their worth, right?
All right.
Which unfortunately not every musician knows how to conduct business, so they get into bad contracts, bad situations, and now they're stuck. And yeah. So there's like a lot of like different pieces that if you dig deeper, if you know the history of it,
Yeah.
I don't know the history of it, but I can hear it in a video or I can look it up and I can get a deeper meaning out of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, direct.
Definitely worth a second and third watch.
Yeah. Well, when we get it on Blu-ray, we'll watch it again for sure. But you can go watch it in IMAX. And
Yeah.
have fun.
I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Probably will. I'll let you know.
It's a good pick. Who suggested this?
Yeah, I think it's John.
Good pick, John.
Thanks.
You have good picks most of the time.
Most of us.
Yeah.
Most of.
I said you have good picks most of the time.
And I said most of us. Like,
I don't know. I have some questionable picks.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're not the part of the most.
You're not the most.
Yeah, you're the least of us.
You're not included in this.
That's why I pointed at me now. Chugs and plugs. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Like, share, comment if you've seen Sinners. How'd you like it? Which Michael B. Jordan character did you prefer? I like Stack.
I like smoke.
Just sandwich me between both of them.
When they're shirtless.
When they're shirtless, yeah. And what's your favorite vampire movie?
Yeah.
What should we watch next?
Yeah.
Besides Dusk Till Dawn. Because
That's on the list.
that's a classic.
That's on the list.
Yeah.
This has been the Legendary Show Podcast, and join us next time for another movie about immortality. Bicentennial Man.
Good segue.
Yeah.
Will this be the sip we've been looking for?
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good day.
Oh,
whatever.
good night.
Good night.
I don't know.
Wait, that's not Irish.
Toodles.